All right, Jai Baba, everyone. We're back with our Tween Sahavas. We have a very special guest today, Mischa Rutenberg, all the way from California. And he's going to be interacting with our kids and us, and just we're going to be talking to him about his music and anything else he'd like to share. And we're really, really happy to have you here, Mischa.
Thank you, Jay Baba.
Jai Baba, everyone. So as usual, we'll start off with our prayers. Soham, would you like to start off with the Pravartigar prayer? And I'll start sharing my screen.
Uh, O Parvati, the preserver and protector of all, you are without beginning and
without end.
non-dual beyond
Beyond
comparison
comparison
and
and
none can
none
measure
can
you.
measure you.
You are without color, without
Without
expression,
expression,
without form, and without
without
attributes.
attributes.
You are unlimited and
Limited and
unfathomable,
unfathomable.
beyond
Beyond
imagination and,
imagination and conception.
and conception. You are eternal and
Imperishable.
imperishable. You are indivisible and unconceivable with eyes divine. You always were, you always are, and you always will be. You are in everywhere and you are in everything. You are also beyond everywhere and beyond everything. You are in the firmament and in the depths. You are manifest and unmanifest on all planes and beyond all planes. You are in the three worlds and also beyond the three worlds. You are imperceptible and independent. You are the creator, the Lord of Lords, the knower of all minds and hearts. You are omnipotent and omnipresent. You are knowledge infinite, power infinite, bliss infinite. You are the ocean of knowledge, all knowing, infinitely knowing the knower of the past, the present, and the future. And you are knowledge itself. You are all merciful and eternally benevolent. You are the souls of souls, one with infinite attributes. You are the Trinity of truth, knowledge, and bliss. You are the source of truth, the ocean of love. You are the ancient one, the highest of the high. You are Prabhu, Parmeshwar. You are the beyond God and the beyond God also. You are Par Brahma, Allah, Allahi, Yazan, Arun Mazda, and God the Beloved. Your name Isa, the only one worthy of worship.
Thank you, Soham. Meher, can you say the repentance prayer for us?
Yeah, sure. We repent, O God, most merciful, for all our sins, for every thought that was false or unjust or unclean, for every word spoken that ought not to have been spoken, for every deed done that ought not to have been done, for every word. We repent for every deed and word and thought inspired by selfishness, and for every deed and word and thought inspired by hatred. We repent most especially for every lustful thought and every lustful action, for every lie, for all hypocrisy, for every promise given but not fulfilled, and for all slander and backbiting. Most especially also, we repent for every action that has brought ruin to others, for every word and deed that has given others pain, and for every wish the pain should befall others. In your unbounded mercy, we ask you to forgive us, O God, for all these sins committed by us, and to forgive us for our constant failures to think and speak and act according to your will. Jai Baba.
Thank you, Meher. Jai Baba. Um, Manya, do you know Beloved God prayer?
Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more.
And more and more.
And still yet more till we become worthy of
Union
union
with you.
And help us all to hold fast to Baba's Daman till the very end.
Thank you. Very good, Jai Baba. Okay, all right. We have, I think a few of us have joined. So Mischa, I think, let me know how you'd like it, but I thought it was going to be nice if the kids introduced themselves to you.
Okay, I'd love that. I'd love to be able to, if any of them can turn on their cameras, I'd love to see their faces.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, I agree. It'll be nice so that we can see you guys all the time and interact. It's kind of hard to look at a blank screen.
Hello there. And Sally, are you going to join us or not? Hello,
Jai
Sally.
Baba.
Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba. Jai Baba Mischa.
Jai
Nice to
Baba.
see you.
You too.
Okay.
And
So,
Vimala.
yep, Vimala. And then I think the last one is Sahana. Sahana, go ahead, turn on your video, please.
Hello, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Hi. Everyone.
So, what would you like to do there, Shilpa? You tell me.
Okay, I would like to start with the kids and let them introduce themselves. Hi, Betty, Jai Baba. And then, I think since we're going to be talking about music, it'll be nice for them to tell you if they know music or learning music.
Well,
And
I'm going to ask them some questions about
okay,
these things. So if they'll just give me their names here,
sure.
I can start.
Okay, that's fine. So, who wants to go first? Let's see. Sahana, do you want to go first?
Okay. What do I say?
Sahana, there's a lot of background noise.
Huh?
Okay, now it's good.
Oh, I'm near a road.
Okay, that's okay. Just
By the way, Mischa, we're not kids. We're just adults trying to just join the session and listen to all the kids and you.
Well, we're all his children, so I think we're fine. I'm just going to go ahead and begin here, and then we'll get to know who is who here, okay? First of all, if you don't know who I am, my name is Mischa Rutenberg, and I've been with Baba since 1968. And over that time, I have written hundreds and, well, over 300 songs. It is my heart's passion, and what I love to do is to sing my songs for Baba and about Baba and to Baba with my friends and other people. And ever since I was a little boy, I loved music. It always moved me very specially. And I was born in Mexico, so I grew up listening to different music than maybe other people did in the U.S., and certainly different music than most people in India. Although it amused me to learn in reading the Mehra's book that Baba really enjoyed a song called Tijuana Taxi with Herb Alpert on the trumpet, which was about a city that I actually lived in for a while. And the description of Baba was that it came on the radio, and the women who were present were going to turn it off. And he said, "No, no, no, I like it." And he got up on the counter of the counter, sat on it with his legs swinging, and to this very silly song that goes like this: ba-da-ba-dum bum ba-da-bum ba-da-ba-dum bum ba-da-bum ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum ba-da, and then the horn bleeps. And the idea of Baba swinging his feet to this funny thing really amuses me. But I grew up listening to Mexican music, classical music, and I would listen to Rimsky-Korsakov's piece called Scheherazade and imagine the wondrous things that the music creates. A lot of feelings that are so strong, and it allows your fantasies to grow, your heart to feel. And music just was always special to me. And then, of course, I heard Elvis Presley and then the Beatles. And with the Beatles, everybody wanted to learn how to play and how to make music. And, you know, not everybody likes the same kind of music. Every day I drive to work across the bridge to San Francisco, and I see people in cars, everybody's nodding their heads, and they're all listening to music on the radio. One's listening to hip-hop, bouncing his head. Another one's calmly driving along, listening to classical. Another one's listening to Bollywood music. Everybody's being touched by some music. And so it's very important to all of us. And they want to feel joy, sadness, hope, fear, love. They want to celebrate. They want to dance. They want to pray, to play. All these different things with music. So this is where I get to ask you some questions, especially all you young ones. What kind of music do you like, and why do you like to listen to it? Do I have a volunteer there? Yes? Were you raising your hand to answer us? Because we can't hear you.
I like music because it makes us calm and relaxing.
Can somebody help me with that? I couldn't hear her. And you're silent too, Shilpa.
Sorry. She said she likes music because it makes her calm and relax.
So it calms you down. That's a very important thing to have. Anybody else? Sohan, what do you listen to, honestly?
I think
I listen to like mostly hip hop.
Hip hop?
Yeah.
And what particular artist do you like?
I like a lot of them. I don't really have a particular artist that
You
I
don't have a
listen to.
particular artist?
No.
What does it make? What does it do for you? What do you like about it?
It kind of stimulates me a lot. It helps me. It also helps me concentrate. Like, I don't know, it just kind of gives me mental clarity.
Do you memorize the lyrics and know them?
Uh, Not really, no.
No?
A lot of them I do memorize them, but I mean, I just listen to it. I don't
But
really.
it stimulates you.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, so music can stimulate your mind, your body, your heart. All of it's good to stimulate. So, as you know from the music you listen to, songs can be about so many different subjects, but and playing music is very important as well. If you can learn to play any music, it is really healthy for you. It is real good feeling. A lot of people are scared because they think you really have to train and study or have a special skill. Well, you do if you want to be a virtuoso or wonderful, but if you want to be a musician like me, you don't. See, when I was a kid, first I learned little things like this because I just wanted to make sound, and this took nothing. I got one in my hand. Nobody had to show me anything. There are only so many places your fingers can go. And it's that simple. You're making music. And you don't have to make it so that you're on a stage. You don't have to make it so that you're famous. You make it because you feel good in some way or another. If you don't like something like that, when I was a kid, I heard a band playing and they were using one of these. And I loved it. So I picked it up and it was... Nobody had to show me. It's so little. I put it in my mouth. I made sounds until something I liked happened. You can do this. Anybody can do this. This isn't going to require for you to be a virtuoso. Unless you want to make a living at it, then you better be really good. Or later on, I had a girlfriend gave me one of these. And again, I don't know how to play or read music, but you can learn how to play this on your own for any reason. If you ever hear my songs recorded, I'm playing all of these things on those recordings. And this is cold right now, so it didn't sound great, but and there are a lot of different instruments that don't take a lot of skill. Like this one. This is one of the simplest instruments, and all you have to do is press a button. So you go... Onward and up, step by step we rise above, spiraling up, we are drawn by his love, drawn ever higher by the beauty of his singing. Onward and up, we are drawn by his love. The nice thing is, if you pick this up, all you have to do is press a button, strum it, and it's a sound. And if you want to just sing to yourself, just start writing. But what are you going to write about? Well, personal experience, your hopes, your dreams, your imagination, things you're scared of, things you love. And I'm going to give you some examples of songs I've written. Now, I asked if you would all, any of you who are coming would listen to these on YouTube so you knew the songs. And I was going to give you an example of how some of these songs came to me. There's a song on my last CD called Namaste. And the CD is called Corona Diaries. And the reason it's called Corona Diaries is it was my diary of beginning the quarantine and the Corona period, beginning in 2020. One of the things I noticed right away is because we couldn't hold hands or embrace anybody, more and more people in the West in particular started doing something that all of you in India are familiar with, doing a namaste greeting instead of shaking hands. And they were being forced to, because of coronavirus, to do namaste. And also at the same time, a little joke went around on the line that I said, someone asked me, do you want to go out? And I said, nah, namaste right here. And I looked at it and I thought, that's kind of funny. And everybody's learning, what's the beautiful thing about doing this with each other? Well, who can tell me what this actually means?
Go ahead, Manya.
Namaste means in Telugu hi.
Hi. Okay.
It's a way of saying hi, but you know what you're saying hi to? It means I bow down to the light in you. And I thought, what a lovely thing. Instead of how we used to always shake hands, hey, how are you doing? Or, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. I bow down to the light in you. That's the same light that's in me. What a beautiful thing. And then with that funny thing, so I was just thinking about what the quarantine and COVID was, one of the positive things of it was that people were learning to do things like that to greet each other. And that's when I wrote, Namaste, Namaste, I greet the light in you and say, Namaste, Namaste, the light in me joins you this way. They asked of me, do you want to go out? I answered them, Namaste right here. I've seen the world, I don't need to run about. I'll wait and greet all who come near. Namaste, and so on. So you saw the video, so you know where the words go in here. And basically what this song says, I recognize the light in you. And it goes on to say, you could travel all the world. It doesn't matter. What matters is right here in our hearts as we greet each other. So I'm talking about how do you write a song right now. You just write about what you're thinking, feeling. One of the other songs that I asked, let's see. I've got a couple of notes here. I want to make sure I don't lose them, okay? Because I won't remember. Another thing I noticed during the quarantine, everybody had to wear a mask to be safe. Or at least if they were smart, they wore a mask. Did all of you wear a mask? I hope. Well, a lot of people complain because I don't want to wear a mask. I don't want to wear a mask. And to me, that seems so silly. So I said, why do you worry about a little thing like a fabric mask that will save your skin? Look again, you might find a hidden grace. What you lose when you choose to cover your face. Then you see eye to eye to eye. And that became a song there. And I thought, and also I heard this explained very beautifully by my teacher, Mischa, who talked about hiding the face in a way is a blessing, because it's with our face that we often are lying to each other. But when the face is hidden, have you ever had anybody smile at you and they didn't really mean it? Or when they, it's called a Hollywood smile. Hi, yes, we're best friends until you walk away. Hello, yes. Oh, I really don't like them. With the eyes, that is hidden. With the eyes, you can really see each other's souls. So then this song became like this. Why do you worry about a little thing, like a fabric mask that will save your skin? Look again, you might find a hidden grace. When you lose, when you choose to cover your face, then you'll see eye to eye to eye, eye to eye to eye. Wear our face to mask ourselves. This is the act at which we all excel. So many smiles that tell bold lies rarely deliver as advertised. Our mouths are sealed, our eyes reveal. Maybe now we will share what is real. And it goes on to say, we no longer have to need this mask of lies. You lose your face when the ego dies. Take a moment and you'll realize all we need is to see eye to eye to eye. And the last eye there is not the eyeball, it's the big eye that is our heart, where we are all Meher Baba. So that's another song explaining how I write songs and how you can keep thinking about it. Did all of you, or did any of you listen to the song Keep Loving?
Yeah, we played it last week.
You played it last week. Keep Loving. One of the things that I noticed during the quarantine, especially in the beginning, is how, actually throughout the whole time, how people got scared. They were stuck in their houses, some alone, others in circumstances that were difficult. And it's been a period that's challenging. And what is it we need to do, all of us? Well, we have to remember we're in Baba's hands, that we are Baba's, but not everybody knows Baba. What do they need to know? That they have to keep loving. And so they have to... well, let's see if which guitar I want to use. I'll change my guitars. So I saw a poem. That's another thing I wanted to say. If you're interested in writing songs, you don't have to, if you're not good at coming up with words, sometimes you'll hear something somebody else said and you like it and you sing that, or you change it. I saw a poem that somebody posted that kept saying keep loving, and I got permission from another thing. It's very important to get permission when needed. And I contacted the poet and I said, do you mind if I cut your words up and add a bunch of my own? And he said, well, let me see what you do. So I showed him, and he liked it. So it turned into keep loving, 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 keep loving through your sadness and your tears, through your anger and your fears, through your failure and distress, through your laughter and success. Keep loving, 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 keep loving. Love is the way we'll learn to endure the the deepest pain. Love is the cure, the key that will open any closed door. Love is the reason you came here for. Love is the reason all life is for. So keep loving, keep loving, keep loving, keep loving. And what does Baba ask us to do? Be happy, do our best, keep loving. It's through love, through love, through love that we overcome the obstacles of life and reach our goal, our beloved. So the songs I write are all about that. But songs can be so simple to write that people think it's a big, hard thing. No, you just have to know what you feel. Think about it. It's a way for you to think about what's important to you. So, and I often on my birthday, I write a song as a birthday card to myself, a reminder. And because on my birthday, that's on your birthday, that's a special day to think about everything in your life, about all you're grateful for, about what you would like to do, about, excuse me, I have to have one little sip, okay? So, many years ago, this is 1983, it was my birthday, and I was sitting alone at home. Well, I was going to have a big party later in the day, and but right then I was thinking about what I was grateful for, and the simplest song came to me. It was just questions, and the answer to every question was the same, so it went like this. Who is the perfect man? Meher Baba. You know the answer. So if you can join me with the answer each time, we'll see what we can do here. Who is the perfect man? Meher Baba. Whom all hearts understand. Meher Baba. Form of eternal love. Meher Baba. Within, below, above, Meher Baba. All birds are singing for Meher Baba. The flowers are blooming for Meher Baba. That night of my birthday, I had fun. Later on, after my birthday party, I joined a group of the Sufis here. There were about 250 people there that night. And from the moment I started singing them, all of them started singing it back. And it was such fun, such a simple song. And then it went into a place where I would say, Meher, 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 Meher. And the chorus was, all the world in countless ways, revolving His praise. All the world in countless ways, evolving sings His praise. Meher Baba, Meher Baba, Meher Baba. Go back to questions. Do you have a question that could be answered with Meher Baba? Anybody? Yes? What is it? And say it nice and loud.
Why does Baba
What did she say? Because I can't hear it.
songs?
Manya, did you say, why does Baba like songs?
Why does Baba like songs?
Why does Baba like songs?
Well, let's turn that into a question to Baba. Who likes our every song? Meher Baba. Who Who likes our heart song? Meher Baba. Who likes our loving song? Meher Baba. Who's singing every song? Meher Baba. See, that turned into a whole bunch of questions, and all of them the answer was Baba. Who sings every song? Meher Baba. Who loves our songs? Meher Baba. Who are we singing for? Meher Baba. Any other questions or an idea that ends with the answer Baba? Sally, I know you've got one.
Where are you?
Where are you every moment? Where are you every moment? In Baba. It all ends with Baba. It all begins and ends with Baba. That reminds me of how there's a song, I'm not going to show it to you right now, but I heard a talk that was from, do any of you know Esfandiar Visali? Visali or Visalia? Esfandiar. He did a talk, and in it he said, no matter, people were asking him questions, and he said, no matter what you ask, the answer is always the same. Meher Baba. And that, I wrote another song to it, but I'd have to go find it in one of my books for you, which was one of these types. It inspired a song. Pay attention to things you hear from people that it moves your heart. Write it down, keep a note. And if you ever want to write a song or a poem, you'll come up with a song. So Who is the Perfect Man was the way that I wrote songs. Now, let's see.
Mischa, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Actually, a couple. The instrument that you were playing earlier.
The auto harp.
What is it called?
Auto harp.
Auto harp. Okay. But then how do you come up with tunes? Does it just come to you when the words come to you?
Songs come to me every which way. Sometimes words first. Usually I'm, like this song came, this song, I have to remember because I haven't sung it in years. Many years ago, Mischa Mackay said, in the space that is formed when our hearts burn within, a spiral of light is forming. And it just, I love that line, so I wrote it down. And that became, so I wanted a tune for it, and I sat down with this instrument here, and I was just thinking about what a beautiful image that we rise on this spiral of light to Meher Baba, the steps in our heart as we love him more and more. And I went, ooh. So it came at the same, I just started playing chords and the melody came with the words. In the space, in the space, I'd have to look at my chords, but in the space that is formed when our hearts burn within, a spiral of light is forming. That went to onward. This is imagining going up that spiral. Onward. And this came because I just started playing the chords. Listening to that. Onward and up. Step by step we rise above, spiraling up. We are drawn by his love, drawn ever higher by the beauty of his singing. Onward and up, we are drawn by his love. So just by playing on this instrument, tunes will come. If you play a set of chords you like, I'll give you an example. Think about anything that you might want to sing about. If somebody gives me a suggestion. Let's have somebody else. Okay, Mona, give us a suggestion.
Love.
Love? Okay. So what do we want to say about love? How can I get more? Or
how beautiful it is and how it touches your heart. And
okay. So let's say I'll just pick any key here by accident, okay? How beautiful is love. I cannot get enough. What is it I like? That is how it is to love. So I might begin with, it doesn't quite sound right, but I keep on, I'll stick, and this is just experimenting right now. God, please, please give me more of love, that I can become the hand that you use to spread your love. God, touch me with your love. Ba ba da 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 dee la da dum da do da dum da dee dum da dee da dum dee da dee dum da dee da dee dum dee da da dee dum. With an instrument like this, you know, it's set up, you can just kind of keep on trying. Something will sound right, something will sound wrong, but you just sing notes to it. Almost anybody can do it, really they can, and any subject, because you're doing it not to be on stage, not to write a hit, you're doing it because it's your way of thinking about it. I've written songs because I watched a bird do something, or you know, for a lot of different reasons, and they turn into songs. And singing is your way of talking with Baba. Singing is your way of talking to, when you speak to another person's heart, you're sharing Baba. You're joined as one in that moment. And that brings me to the song that I wanted to ask. I'm going to ask, we don't have as many kids as I thought we might, because I wanted to ask you all to contribute something here, and I don't know if that's possible, but there's a song I wrote, let's see, this is 16 years ago, and it's called Kindness. And I had read a little poem or something by Mother Teresa, and I liked what she said. It was about showing kindness on your face. And it's a simple kind of a children's song. And I was thinking why is it that we can't all be kinder to each other? You know, you can talk, somebody joined us a while ago and they were talking about a conversation about studying the planes and consciousness and this and that. And that's important. It's important to read God Speaks and understand, or at least attempt to understand it. But it's even more important to live it. And, you know, people can all day long talk about, on the fifth plane, this happens, and on the sixth plane, that happens. And, you know, in the history of this, that was this, and that was that. And then you turn around and you drive and you get mad at somebody, or you walk down the street and you get mad because they stepped in front of you, and what good is that? What good is that if you can't just be... I'd rather be with somebody who knows nothing about anything but they're kind than somebody who knows everything about what, you know, spirituality, but they can't just be nice. Please do me a favor. And then for kids, I know that for kids you have a hard time because at school you have sometimes kids that are mean to each other, or online you have things that happen online that can be very heartbreaking. People say things about how you look or a mistake you make, or sometimes we say it about others and we hope we don't. But this song came because I was thinking about that subject, and it became, let's see, which guitar? Not that one. We use this one.
Hey, Mischa, we have a raised hand. Can we take a quick question?
Yes.
Okay, Meher, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, you raised your hand.
Oh, Sheila, I didn't.
Oh, was it accident? Okay.
Still nice to hear from you, Mayor. Okay. Kindness in your face, to reveal the love you feel. Kindness in your eyes helps you recognize what's real. Kindness in your smile to spread the beauty of the tenderness that is born when you greet the world with love. Yes, it's kindness when all is said and done. Kindness that helps one to become the living expression of God. As His kindness, His love, it's a treasure of fortune at your fingertips. Spend it with abandon, every little bit. Give it to your sister, your brother, your friend. Share it with your neighbor, kindness without end. Say it with a hello, thank you, oh yes please. The beauty is you get more love, the more love you release. The beauty is the more you give, the more love will increase. With a simple act of kindness, two hearts as one ignite. Bring love down, pass it around, help this world turn into light. Can you sing that last line with me? I'll repeat it over and over. Bring love down, pass it around, help this world turn into light. Bring love down, pass it around, help this world turn into light. Bring love down, pass it around, help this world turn into light. Bring love down, pass it around, you'll turn into light. That brings me to a very important thing here. And well, actually, before I talk about that, I'll say I think it would be fun if all of you who look at that lyric take a photograph or do a piece of artwork and send me the photograph or a picture. Send it to Shilpa and she'll send it to me. And if we get enough pictures that describe these words the way you feel them or what you think would be good for them, I can make a video of that and I'll put it on YouTube. I think at this point, most of you know I have, I don't know, 160 YouTube videos up there that people, all for Baba, that people look at and watch, and maybe we could make one together. So think about that. And now, Shilpa, if you'll return us to the screen here.
Sure. Do you want me to put the lyrics back on?
No, take the lyrics off. Mine is still
Oh, I'm
on.
so sorry. I thought I
Okay.
stopped sharing. I apologize.
So people can get that lyric from Shilpa, and that'd be lovely. Take a look at the lyric, Mona, and then tell me where you think that might go. All right? And with those words. And any of you, if you send me those photographs of people or things that you think tie into the words, we can make a video together that way. Now, that last set of words, bring love down, pass it around, and you'll help the world turn into light. Isn't that what we're all trying to do here in our love of Baba? To bring that love that He's released from the silence into us, into our hearts, and turn it into light to share with the whole world, so this whole world manifests His light. And what's the most powerful way we can do that? This brings me to the subject of why do we sing Baba's name? Baba's name is the most powerful sound in creation at this time, and His face is the most perfect and powerful expression of that light. So when artists draw it, paint it, celebrate it, when you look at it, you're connecting with that energy that is the highest energy in creation at this time, is Baba's face and name. Singing His name on my YouTube page, I have a whole bunch of songs that are nothing but Baba's name. And there are people in the world who play that all day long, that particular set of rounds, because they just want to hear those, they're japas is what it's called. And I'm just doing it with music that's Western or mix, a lot of different styles. And singing Baba's name is one of the ways that we bring light down. But this is not an idea that's new to us or just for us. I'm thinking about a song that I heard when I was, I think I was 20 years old or 19. There was a group called the Incredible String Band. And they had a song. How did it go? You get brighter every day, and every time I see you, shower brightness in your way, and you teach me how to love you. I know you belong to everybody, but you can't deny that I'm you. I know you belong to everybody, but you can't deny that I'm you. The song goes on to say, I hold your brightness in my eye. It's recognizing that that light of Baba is in each of our hearts, and we need to greet it, we need to invite it to come, to grow, to share it. That's a song by some people that I'm sure maybe by now they've heard of Baba. Back when they wrote this, they hadn't. But still, it was connected to those ideas. And we have to recognize the unity of all of us in our purpose in life on earth. And it is to bring that brings me back to the kindness song, to bring that light down, to share it. And the simplest way to share it is a simple smile, a hello, kindness, or service. And in this world that we have now, we certainly can use a lot of service and kindness. Let's see, what did I want to say? What else? Do we have any people here who are dancers? Well, Shilpa and Betty, if you are dancers and choreograph, why not put together a group? Pick a song. You have a lot of songs that I play online that not everything is just la 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 la. Some of them have really big, strong beats, I've got hip hop, I've got Bhangra beat song, I've got a lot of different styles. Pick a song, dance it, videotape it, share it with me. Maybe we'll put it into a video. It's fun for me to see that. Kids here in our own group, not just kids, we've got old people. I'm surprised. I've got friends who are in their 70s who are dancing, and in some of these videos that we have here, dancing with the young kids, and they're pretty good dances. And it's a wonderful, see, the beautiful thing about music is that it's connected to poetry, it's connected to dance. Baba loved rhythm. He loved, the whole world is nothing but his big heartbeat. This whole world's just his big heartbeat. And we're all in his dance. He's the Lord of the dance. He is Shiva himself, the Lord of the dance. And so music is a big part of, ties into all these things that we should celebrate and use to create the biggest fire of love in the world we can, so that it burns away all the darkness. And if we join enough of our love together in his name, and with that most powerful name and look in the world, Meher Baba. Actually, that reminds me of one song I forgot to ask you about. Did you all look at, oh yes, this is one of the things that's fun for me to point out. Artists of all types have a lot of fun. They have a lot of little games they play with each other. And a lot of times the public doesn't know. For example, with jazz musicians, when they play together, they're playing a song and they'll sometimes send messages to each other by playing a part of a song that's just a secret between each other. Classical musicians do the same thing. They'll sneak in a little something from as referring to an older piece or to something else, which is a message. And artists will do this in paintings. They hide a little something somewhere that's just their own secret. Movie directors, most of you don't know who Alfred Hitchcock is, but when I was a kid, he made very scary movies. And in every movie he made, he always played a little role, so you didn't know that he was there. So, for example, you'd get on a bus and he would be the bus driver. And he'd go on. And it was just a joke with him for every movie he made. Well, I've done things in my songs that people don't know about. Some do. And a good example of it is you were asked to listen to a song called There's a Code. Do you remember that song? There's a code hidden in his face. There's a code hidden in his name. Because it's the most powerful, Baba, as I keep repeating, Baba's name and image are the highest expression of light and love in the universe. That's it. It's the highest. And his face is a code. There are people, you hear stories where the Mus met him for the first time and they would say, can't you see the sun shining on his brow? I've written 2 songs just about the comments Mus made about his face and his experience and their experience of him. They would recognize him. They would see it written all over his face. He is the avatar, the one. Well, so I made this song, There's a Code. Do you all know what a code is? Morse code? Do any of the young kids, do you know what Morse code is? Meher, you know what Morse code is? Okay, you don't over here. Morse code was before you were able to text each other on one of these, a long time before you could use something like this, a long time even before we had televisions and things like that, people would have a little contraption, they would tap on it, tap, 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 and the number of taps sent messages. This was used in wartime, this was used on telegraphs. And Morse code would have just a little signal. And in my song, so that's a Morse code is what it's called, code. In my song, there's a code. I use a Morse code pattern that has and it sounds like it's just a rhythm. So if you're listening as music, there you go. That's how it's tapped. Now let's go back. So in that song, there's a code. If you go and listen to it online, there's a code. You will find that there's a Morse code in the background. I have 2 people in all this time who figured out what it said. One of them was a merchant seaman and one was a sailor because they have to use Morse code. And they texted me and they said, you've got I love you written all over the song. It says I love you from Meher Baba to you, to me. There's in the code that's hidden throughout the whole song about the code is I love you. I'm going to cry. Because that code of I love you is hidden in all of, not hidden, it's yes, Mona, it's everywhere in creation constantly. You'll find it hidden in the skies, they're little messages of I love you. Just like he left Mara his face in the tree outside her window. I love you. I love you. That message is always coming. Other things that are hidden in the songs that are fun. Do all of you know my song Jai Ho, Meher Baba? You know, hopefully all of you have seen it online. Jai Ho, Meher Baba, first it uses the voices of Erich, Mani, Mera, Dr. Goher, and maybe Arnavas, Katie. At Katie talking and saying various things that I wove together and then sang, made lyrics that connected all into one theme. But one thing that happens throughout all the background of the music is you hear a bell, kind of like a cowbell. Guess what? It is a cowbell. But you know, it's not just any cowbell. This is a cowbell that was recorded, and I think it was Alaba who was playing it. It's the bell that was worn by the camel that accompanied Baba through the new life. And later, in later years, it was there at the it was at Meherazad, and at some point, Alaba was recorded just playing the cowbell, and I sampled that. I took that sound and I put it in rhythm in my song, and there it is in Jeho, and you hear it in the background as just part of that sound. There are little things hidden a lot of times, and music is fun. It's not, you know, just as Soham likes to listen to hip hop, it's fun for him. There are things in there that he relates to, that he finds. And hip hop is very dense with a lot of hidden meaning. You have to know a lot of, if I listen to it, I don't hear what Sohan hears to it. Shilpa doesn't. Betty definitely doesn't. Neither do any of us here who are over Soham's age. We don't know what they're talking about. What are you listening to, Soham? I'm going to find out. No, you have to be there. There are messages in there that are fun and meaningful. Well, Baba's music, I like to do the same thing because it's the love of my life. Baba is the love of my life. Singing for him, about him, to him is the privilege of my life. I wouldn't trade one night of singing in the company of Baba lovers or at the tomb for 1,000 nights in a stadium with people waving their lighters. I'd have one night of focused Baba love compared to any of that. And I had this experience actually years ago when the Who toured. I went to see Peter, gave us special seats, and we got to go to the Coliseum here in Oakland, near here. And they did a great show. They were wonderful. I loved them. Loved his songs, Tommy and everything. And I looked around and there were 25, 30,000 people waving their lighters. And I thought, this is really great that they can have such a good time. I wouldn't trade one time that I've been at Baba's tomb singing morning or evening arti. Not one night would I trade for this. That one night, that one morning at Vardi, that one night of devotional singing with my Sufi brothers and sisters here, where we would gather night after night and sing from evening sometimes until the sun rose. Not one night. Singing for Baba for me is an indescribable privilege, and I am so grateful to all of you. If you like anything, if it moves you, if it helps you love Baba more, I'm so glad. I hope that I will see some photographs, some pictures for the song Kindness. I hope you get a group together and dance to one of them. I hope that we continue enjoying the sound of his name, singing it together as we're joined every day, every moment in our hearts. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, Mischa, thank you so much. I just wanted to kind of have the kids be able to, and everybody else here be able to like express themselves to you. I think it's just been a beautiful.
Oh no, that's asking too much.
No. I know one of them had raised their hand earlier. I'm sorry, I forget who it was. Shailajanti, did you want to ask something earlier? I remember.
I wasn't sure if Mischa was taking song requests.
I wasn't thinking of it, but tell me.
I would love, I'm sure we all would. I would love to hear Silent Steps.
I knew you were going to ask about that one. Let me go get the words, okay? My problem is, I should tell you, about a month and a half ago, I realized I hadn't memorized a song since 2014 because I'm always writing new songs and I just write them, I record, and I sing. And I thought at my age, I better start practicing memorizing. So I pulled out some of my songs just to memorize, and I thought this is nice, and it was nice that I could remember anything at all. But then I thought I've got songs by friends of mine that I just love so much. I'm going to memorize them. So I'll give you an example before I go do what you asked. The song that I love, I learned from my friend in 1970. In wisdom's firmament, the moon of love is rising full, and love's flood tide in surging waves is flowing everywhere. Oh Lord, how full of bliss thou art. Victory unto thee. Victory unto thee, my Lord may have. Victory unto thee. So I memorized that one, and I just loved it. I was so grateful to dear Bob. If you didn't know him, he was the sweetest man. And he took this song out of the book Ramakrishna Diary by M. That was his disciple, and that was actually originally a poem by a man named Prem Das, and it was sung to the Divine Mother originally. And whoop, I lost you.
No, you're here. We're good.
No, I've lost you somehow.
Oh, we hear a call, but you're there.
How do I get back to you?
Do you want to do control?
There you are. You came back.
Okay.
That was my son-in-law calling. He's not now, John. So there was Bob Brown. So Vivekananda would sing it to Sri Ramakrishna, and Bob Brown took that poem and changed it. And then I took it and I changed it more than Bob did, because he had things like till all his yogis drunk with bliss, and I changed that to till all his lovers, because it's not just yogis or Sufis, it's all his lovers. And then it had other lines like, oh brothers, I humbly beg you. Well, we're in another age. It's not about brothers, it's about lovers, sisters, brothers, and others, everything. And so I changed those words, and I memorized it. I love that song so much, I called Arsenio Rodriguez, who some of you know, and we've written it up in Spanish, so now I can sing it in Spanish also. But now, in regards to the song you asked about, is Sally your real name?
No.
What's
It
your
is
real name?
it is Sailaja, Sailaja.
Say it again.
Sailaja.
Sailaja. Okay, Sailaja. Sailaja, I understand. As a kid here in the United States, when my kids would visit my house, and my mother would in Russian would say, "Misha, приди вот сюда," which means Misha, come here. They knew me as Mickey, which is Misha in English. I was too embarrassed to say Misha. Now everybody's named Apple Cobb and hot dog and pork chop. I don't know. They're named everything, so it doesn't matter. But they'd say, "Why does your mother keep saying Misha to you?" And I'd say, "That means come here" in Russian. And then finally one day, when I was maybe in 12th grade, I looked in the mirror and I said, "I'm not a Mickey." And I said, "Hey guys, you know that thing that my mother always says to me, Misha? That's my name." So since then I went back to that. So Sailaja, right back, okay?
Thank you.
Let's see if I can find it easily. Can you see me now? I can't tell.
No.
No.
Let's see if these are songbooks. Okay, it's not there. Oh, this is an old version. I keep changing as years go by. I sometimes change lyrics to words because I learn more. And as I learn more, I change the lyric. This song is very special to me because on my first trip to India, that was in 1975, even though I'd known of Meher Baba since 1968, it was in 1975 that Mischa Dadus made an announcement to her students, and she said, if you haven't been to India and you haven't met the Mandali, you should go as soon as you can while you have the privilege of meeting them. So I immediately made plans. My wife went first with my daughter, with a group of Sufis, and then when she got, and I had to take care of our 1-year-old daughter, and then when they got back, I went on my own. And the first day that I arrived on the porch of Meherazad, Meher's porch, and for any of you who spent time there, you know that was just heavenly. It was just so special to be in her atmosphere in that sacred space. And I sang. Jim Myers was there, I remember, some other people. And we sang and she talked and it was wonderful. But all of a sudden this clanging went off, this bell, the same bell I talked about a moment ago. Marcia, ¿hablas español? I can't hear her.
Un poco.
Un poco, Marcia. So sitting on the porch, that bell went off and everybody jumped up and I didn't know what was going on because I didn't know what the routine was. And all of a sudden the men jumped up to go and the women went a different way and I didn't know what I was supposed to do. And one of the guys said to me, you come with us, we're going to go have tea with Alaba. That's Alaba's bell. And I said, okay, but Meher said no. Mischa can stay as long as he keeps singing. So the place I sat on, that porch, was a place that I continued every time I went over the next 7 visits over the years. I always sat in the same spot. And for those of you who have been on Meher's porch, you know where the steps are that lead upstairs. I sat on that step. The kitchen door was to my left. Meher would sit against the wall right there. And the other people would all be spread around the porch. So everybody got up to leave. I was there on that step. And Meher said, as long as Mischa sings, he can stay. So all the guys left. The women went inside with her, and I'm alone on the porch. And I just started singing. And I ran out of songs, and I started writing. I'd always wanted to write something to this, a couple of lines that came from Tagore. And I turned it into a song. And what happened was Meher sent a tea out to me. But because she had said, as long as he sings, he can stay, I didn't stop to drink the tea. Because I thought, if I drink the tea, I'm not singing and I should leave. So I would just look at it, and of course my voice was getting dry, but I didn't care. And every now and then Meher would come and just stand in the doorway by herself and watch and listen. It was very sweet. So she oversaw this song being born. And whenever I would visit over the years, it was one that she and Meher later always asked for. Haven't you heard his silent steps? He comes, ever comes. Know that in each and every age he comes, ever comes. Haven't you seen his lovely eyes? They're pools of love. They shine with the light of our dear God. They're stars, suns, flames of love. The sweet sound of his name unites all joy and pain, and the sparks of our lives join as one in his flame. Haven't you heard his silent steps in your heart? He comes, ever comes. Hear in the sound of his sweet name, he comes, ever comes. Ba 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 ba, meher ba 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 ba, meher ba ba. Ba 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 ba, meher ba 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 ba, meher ba ba. The sweet sound of his name unites all joy and pain, and the sparks of our lives join as one in his flame. Haven't you heard his silent call of love that burns within? Releasing the fragrance our lives contain, his love, his light come again. Ba 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 ba, meher ba 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 ba, meher ba ba. Ba 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 ba, meher ba 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 ba, meher ba ba. Meher ba ba, with joy we sing your name. Radiant living word, forever the same. Haven't you heard his silent steps in your heart? He comes, ever comes. Hear in the sound of his sweet name, he comes, ever comes. Ba 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 ba, meher ba 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 ba, meher ba ba. Ba 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 ba, meher ba 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 ba, meher ba ba.
Thank you so much, Mischa.
I haven't
Thank
sung
you.
that in a long time. I'm glad I could remember it all.
It was just divine, Misha. Thank you so much.
Thank
Jai
you.
Baba.
Oh, I
And
love this song. I've heard it before. Thank you.
now you know how it was born.
Mischa, before we conclude, I just have a quick question. How did you learn about Baba?
Oh, just a moment. Just honestly, that is something that is too long of an answer, much too long of an answer. The, how and why, how did he prepare me to hear that name? What happened to me in preparation for that, to hear it and recognize it? I've written it up and I'm going to be sharing it before too long, but it's not a, it's not a real simple story. and it has a lot. It has a lot of mysterious characters who come in and out of it. But in the end, basically, the basic answer is, I came up from Mexico in 1968 on a visit, and through people I knew from work that I'd done in Mexico, I went to visit a friend of theirs at a place called Mayerston in Berkeley, which was a little meeting place they had. And I walked in and I saw a photograph of Meher Baba as the Ancient One. And I knew that Christ was on earth. I knew Christ was manifesting on earth, but I thought it was going to be in all of our hearts as we were waking up as Christ conscious. I saw his face and I went, oh my goodness, no, he's actually on earth. That's him. And yes, that'll be awakening in our hearts, but that is actually him. And I looked around and I didn't make friends with a lot of the people there because, quite frankly, they seemed, some of them, kind of odd to me. I wasn't drawn to them, but I heard, right after, as I looked at his photograph and realized that's Christ, Meher Baba. I knew nothing about him. I heard a beautiful guitar playing. I turned around and there was this guy playing incredible guitar, and I pulled out my flute and I went and sat down with him, just started playing with him, and we played a beautiful piece. At the end of that, he turned around and he was really weird too, and he said, "Who are you?" Talking like that, and why have I never heard of you before? And I said, well, my name is Mischa. And he said, we've got to record together. And I said, well, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm going to, returning home to Mexico. So if you come down here to Mexico, we can record there. He said, Mexico? What do I want to go to Mexico for? Poona, Puna. That's where I want to go. Well, Puna, I'd never heard of it, and that's how they spelled it back then. And I thought, this guy's a great guitar player, but he's a weirdo. That was Robbie Basho, who now he's passed away. He is very highly regarded around the world amongst musicians. His work now has the success that he never had in life, as he's recognized as a very, very important musician in the guitar world of that period. And I was to get to know Robbie years later, because he was one of Mischa Duce's students, and play music with him, throughout the years until he passed away. But I went back to Mexico, and the whole story of what happened and how I was brought back to the United States and finally landed in the life that I have, that's a longer story. What I gave you there is just what happened at one moment, but what and how and why and what I had to do. You see, that's a whole other story too, because I was brought by Baba to Mischa Duce's doorstep, and it was through Sufism that I was prepared to think about and hear about him in the first place in Mexico. And I wanted to be with her, but in order to be with her, I had to go into the Army, the U.S. Army, in 1970 when I came back. I came back in 1969, but I had to go into the Army in 70. And this meant, because you see, I had two choices at that time, to either be deported or drafted. And it meant everything in the world to me to be able to follow Baba in the care of Mischa Duce. I was willing to go into the Army. And there were a lot of people going in, not a lot, there were a handful of people going into the Army at that time who were Baba lovers. Jim Myers went in, he served in Vietnam as a medic. He was in for 3 or 4 years. Quite a few others that I know, the same thing. But what I found, I talked to Lud Dimple, that some of you know who he was. And I said, Lud, because other Baba lovers like, I won't say who, other Baba lovers who'd been around a long time were telling me that Baba, to be a Baba lover, you have to be a conscientious objector or this or that. And it didn't seem right to me. I said, I don't see that anywhere in Baba's writings at all. And I know I'm not a conscientious objector because if you attack my mother or my child or my dog, I'll defend them. So I couldn't honestly do that. And I talked to Lud thinking I might not know what I'm talking about. And should I sign up to be a medic or something like that? And he said, Mischa, you can be your own doctor and try to prescribe what you want, or you can let Baba be your doctor, but you can't both be the doctor. So I said, all right, then I'll trust in God completely, in Baba. And what happened was I went into the army on my 21st birthday. I answered all the forms honestly, and they assigned me to be an infantry foot soldier. And then they kept pulling me aside and aside and aside, trying to convince me to be an officer. And I said, no, I just want in and out as fast as possible. I'm trusting in God, and that's it. Well, I got assigned to be in the first drug abuse treatment facility for the armed services. And I then didn't have to even wear a uniform except once a month when I did guard duty. And in the course of that work, over 125,000 people, men, on their way to Vietnam heard Baba's name from me as part, because it was part of my talks that I gave. And not part, it was the heart of it. And then on top of everything, because I wouldn't accept being an officer, but just said, get me in and out, Nixon, for a political move, let out all the soldiers who'd been drafted between certain dates 6 months early. I made it by 1 day.
Oh.
So I was only in a year and a half, and all my other Baba friends were in for 3 and 4 years. And I did a work that was what Baba wanted done. That drug abuse work was very important, and through that I also met people who became Baba lovers through that work, and so that's a more extended answer to what you had to say. I feel that hopefully I've given you some nice things to think about with music, and if it looks like you're moving on to another part of your meeting right now, and I should let you continue with that.
Oh, we have in a few minutes, we have effort and grace. So people like to come in a little earlier. But no, thank you so much for being with us today. I see a few hands. Meher, did you raise your hand this time?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you for the good music, Mischa. It was a really wonderful time.
Thank you, Meher. I really appreciate that. Very kind of you. Jai Baba, dear.
Jai Baba.
Betty,
What
go
a good
ahead.
name you have, too. Where'd your mother get that? I'm teasing you. You have a good name. I like it.
I just wanted to let you know that we, Max Reef did a program here at Baba Zoom on the Robbie Ba show, and that's in our gallery. And that wonderful music he did. It was a great, wonderful. What an interesting man.
Robbie was really unique, very unique, and I hope that Max, in talking about him, explained how Robbie came to Baba, because all of you know of Henry Menlin, who wrote the American Artie. Hank was studying at the Ali Akbar Khan School of Music in the Bay Area, and that's where Robbie was at the time. And Robbie, they became friends, and Robbie was having a lot of trouble because of things he'd experimented with over the years, and he needed help. That he went to meet Murshid Adus to help him out with that, and received the help. Robbie was a lovely and definitely unusual guy. All right, I better let you all go, and now I have a grandchild who's waiting for me.
Oh, thank you so much.
I love you all in him.
Love you too.
Jai Baba Mischa. Thank you so
Love
much.
and
Jai Baba Mischa.
Jai
I
Baba.
just
Jai
logged
Baba
on
Mischa.
and I don't know if you're still there.
No, I'm not. I'm gone.
Well, it sounds like you're there. I'll be out in the Bay Area for a month, starting April 6th. Be great if we could get together.
God willing, it'll happen. I
God
work
willing,
like a
it'll create our
madman.
lives.
Be aware of that. I work like a madman.
That's nothing new. I only see 3 guitars. What's up with that?
I had to use them for the singing here. That and the
course.
flute and the auto harp.
Thank you,
Only
Mischa.
3.
You are appreciated.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mischa. You are appreciated.
Jeff, thank you so much. Jay Baba to you.
Hey,
It's
Papa.
lovely seeing all of your faces. Some of Martha and Mayor Prasad and Jeff, who's hiding. Is that Jeff Wolverton?
Yes.
I see his lovely pictures and books and things. I'm sure he's in there somewhere.
There
And
he comes.
there he comes. And to each of you, and I'm looking at each of your faces and enjoying the radiance of them and seeing my beloved in your eyes. Jai Baba.
Hey, Baba Mischa.
Hey, Papa.
Jay
Baba.
Jay
Jai
Mayor,
Baba.
Mischa.
Hey, Baba, Mischa.
Jai Baba, Mayor.
Bye.
Bye bye.